Hey guys, so this is another first impressions video, and I'm sorry for the late video. I really wanted to get this hero to actually test it out, but after getting this hero to frickin' +5 and this hero, which I've wanted for a very long time, and yeah, if you're wondering how do I get two +5 heroes in a row, yeah. One is saving summons, the other is sacrificing economics. So I'm gonna take a really long break from spending in that situation. So that means I did not get Ignar actually test them out as +0, +1. However, in the last war, I fought a lot versus him, and I saw a few fights. The one I wanted to show did not record, but don't worry, I got a surprise for you guys in reference to that. Now, let's get it on to this. Skill, slow speed, usually pretty bad. Dispels the buffs from the target and nearby enemies. This is probably the thing that you have to pay the most attention, because red has very few dispellers. So there are situations in which you play red and you want to dispel, and this could be a good option. But I'm really worried about the whole slow speed thing. That's not good. Deals 448 normal attack damage and grants the caster Lava Judgment for 3 turns. Very important. Lava Judgment grants all allied heroes the Flame Enchantment each turn. At the start of each turn, if an enemy current HP is below 20%, triggers the execute effect. Can trigger up to 1 time each turn. So pretty much it means that this buff for 3 turns, pretty much it means that if somebody is less than 20% of HP at the end of their turn, they're gonna be executed straight off. But as long as you actually have the 20%, if for some reason you get the enemy gets healed, it's not gonna do this. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Now, cantrip to 1 time. Flame Enchantment increases normal attack damage by 15%, stacking up to 5 times. Last 5 turns. Execute reduces the target current. All right, we know execute. So a few players on my videos commented that this is the same as Aurelia. It is not the same. Aurelia's execute works at the very moment that she activates her skill and the enemy has less than 20%, she is going to execute that enemy. This hero, if an enemy has less than 20% and the turn of that of the end of the enemy's turn ends, one hero from left to right dies. It's get executed right off the bat. So it's a very different interaction, very different mechanic, guys, for sure. Once I actually get more footage on that, I can definitely show you exactly that. +1, enhance execute. Execute damage ignores immunity to death. So this pretty much means if an enemy is immortal, they die, they become immortal. This execute now literally murders them right off the spot instead of letting them be immortal in that situation. So this is a very powerful effect at +1. This is something that, I mean, it's super annoying in the game. You have an immortal enemy, and the immortal enemy, you have to wait for 3 freaking turns for them to die. Not anymore, guys. You die right off the bat. It doesn't matter if you heal or anything. You just die in that situation. Very cool stuff. New passive. After the caster or an ally casts a skill, all ally heroes gain 8% normal attack damage, stacking up to 10 times. So it's 80%. So, new passives. Let's compare the skills here. Because Flame Enchantment deals normal, Last Judgment, triggers execute. Okay, Flame Enchantment. It's separate from the actual skill activation. So, increases normal attack damage by 50%, stacking up to 5 times, lasts for 5 turns. And the Awakening here is a new passive. So, it's actually added there after the caster ally. So, 80% more normal attack damage for pretty much your entire freaking team. So that's pretty awesome. But in my experience, you actually need a lot more normal attack damage for it to be actually very relevant. Because I did use Suwanmu. Suwanmu is this hero here. I have tested her when the damage is 100%. And honestly, only when I've seen when it's 200 or 300%, it is relevant when she's actually giving that buff to your team. So I'm not really convinced that 80% is enough. I think you're going to need even more than that in that situation. +2 is taking 5% less damage. So that's pretty much a nudge that they want you to use him on defense. +3, when taking a fatal blow, recovers 100% of max HP. Becomes immune to death for 2 turns. Cleanses all debuffs from the hero. And gains Lava Judgment for 3 turns. Takes effect 1 time per battle. So pretty much activates everything that he does, and he gets cleansed instead of dispelling the enemy. So that's pretty awesome. It's pretty unique. I really want to see that more in action, that situation. +4, the same as +2, and the +5. This is when things get really messy here. After casting the skill, converts 2 non-red Naya stones into blazing stones each turn. Each turn. When they are matched, deals 100% normal attack damage. Lasts for 3 turns. Okay, this amount of numbers does not reflect how much actual damage those little stones do. I've seen those stones do a lot of freaking damage in the last war. So yeah, this sounds small. It is bigger than what it sounds for sure. Normal attack, you get pretty much 10% mana and gains faster. Okay. That's cool. So when he goes off, he gets mana to all red heroes. That's something to note. Also, increases the caster's normal attack damage by 100% for 3 turns. Okay. Now, if you sum up this and then you sum up this, now we're talking in terms of actual damage here. During this turn, during this turn, each match of 5 Naya stones deals an additional 200% normal attack damage to the target. So that's pretty much the reason why it is a lot more than what you see up here. Everything together, these stones do a lot of freaking damage. And if you're buff with Messenket giving 50% crit chance and 100% crit damage, yeah, that's probably the reason why I saw those stones doing so much freaking damage. It's not even funny. So yeah, this is really interesting, guys. So let's take him to a spin. Let's take him to a spin real quick here so I can see those buffs and actually show you what I'm talking about here. Sadly, the devs did not actually put the best heroes for him here. And he is a slow hero. That's the thing that worries me the most, that since he's a slow hero, there's going to be times that he's not going to go off at the time that you actually want him to go off. So let's activate this. So let me see the buffs. So normal attack damage dealt 24%. Let's see, activating him now. There we go. That's immortal killing. That's 100% and 32%. So that's 132%. We do want to see more damage. So the actual execute. Let's see for the other ones. Normal attack damage 32%. 32%. I wish this actually took a little bit more time here. Pass the turn. That's it. He's dead. That's pretty much how it works. At the end of the enemy's turn. So I did see from another battle that if the enemy heals and has more than 20%, he's not going to get executed. So that's what I've seen anyway. So now, this is what I was talking about that I was going to show you guys. My guildie, my good friend Nefarious. You guys know him for a very long time. This guy plays red like 24/7 all the time. And he definitely has this guy at probably a +5. Let me just make sure to get all my runes, because I'm going to test this out like at my best. 100%, because I'm going to try to destroy this new hero here. Let's see if it actually changes. This is one of my strongest teams, by the way. Not my strongest, because my other option, which is Haroth, is not around. So I'm going to have to use this one. So let's see. I'm supposed to be stronger than him and all that good stuff. But will this guy be... What is all that? Alright, so I think we're ready. Alright, activating this guy here. Alright, as to be expected, and... Boom, boom, boom. Let's see the actual abilities. Nothing. He did get the lava thing. So if somebody here has less than 20%, he could be murdered here. So that's the thing. I also noticed in the last war, which was with Nightmare, everybody had freaking Mess and Kit. And Mess and Kit and this guy together are really a pain because you go off, Mess and Kit hits you, you get less than 20% HP, and then this guy executes you. That's pretty crazy. So anyhow, let's see what we can do here. And he's dead. So, yeah. Clearly, we need to actually see him more in action.
Return to the origin of life.
I spoke too soon. He's already back. So quickly. So, let's see. Okay. Let's see. What I really need is to activate my good old Gillian here. And that apparently is not going to happen. Boom, boom, boom. Nobody's 20%, right? Nope. Nobody's 20%. Let's clear this up here. A few more turns. That's another thing, that his immortality only lasts for 2 turns. So that means when the actual stunts from Agony wear off, he's gonna die, pretty much. So that's something to take into account as well. Yep. I haven't used Gillian yet, by the way. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's see if we can finish this off here. And I haven't used Gillian the entire freaking fight. That's because she is not immune to stuns here. However, he's finally up. Very nice. So sadly, we didn't see him in action, like, at all. Because remember that he's slow and he's not actually doing anything here. Oh my god. Am I reset already? Oh my god, it's really late. Ugh, it's really late. Anyway, let me show you Valor Boss, which, by the way, let's see, I have not done yet. However, I don't have him, so yeah, it's not something I'm gonna pay much attention to. However, he has it at +5, my buddy Nefarious, and it is doing the most damage in the entire freaking team. So that makes me think at +5, maybe that is something that we can actually check. Maybe on the attack, he's actually performs a lot more than on defense. We're gonna have I'm gonna need a little bit more time to actually see him perform in that situation. But yeah, let's see the other ones. Okay, what is this? What happened here? Let me see. He is +0. That's what happened. So apparently him at +0, he's not gonna do a lot of damage. While him on +5 with a crit weapon. Wow. Okay. Well, that answers that question. He's gonna do a lot more damage for sure. So that's something to take into account, guys. Let's see here. +0 again. Apparently nobody's getting him over that. Let's see. Moidal usually, he did get it. And it is +0 as well. So, yeah, if that's anything to say, if you get him at +0, I'm not going to recommend it because he's not going to do a lot of damage there. So, yeah, that's for sure. For now, that is definitely confirmed. So, out of all that I've seen with him... Come on, Clara. So, of everything that I've seen with him... my conclusion is +5 does a lot of damage, +0 not so much damage, as you can see there. However, on defense, I really would like to see other teams set up to see if there's a specific team that actually works better with him. Maybe if he's able to actually be immune to stuns with another hero there. There's a lot of things that we can actually play around with. For his weapon, at the start of each wave, gains a shield at the start of each wave. Gains a shield equal to 40% max HP. If for Ignar additionally grants 40% normal attack damage. That's for 5 turns. The problem that I have with this weapon is each wave. That means in the beginning of the fight. So this is going to be useful if you start the fight maybe in campaign where you pass when you pass a wave and then you pass the next wave. That's going to activate every single time the battle starts in that wave. But in PvP, it's only going to last 5 turns. In bosses, it's going to only last for 5 turns. So probably this is not going to be a good weapon for him, because if it's only going to last for 5 turns, this normal attack thing, I'd rather just give him a weapon that's actually going to raise his attack even more. Normal attack damage, specifically, or his attack. But more than anything, I'm worried about his speed, because he's slow. So I probably would want to get a weapon that is strength, and it can give him mana gain. And there's not a lot of good weapons in strength that gives mana gain, sadly, in the game. So yeah, that is something that we definitely need to check out. Maybe a shield weapon. I really need to test them out, guys, for sure. Maybe only with a shield weapon is gonna be enough. But I really need to test them out. But I do not recommend you to get his weapon. If anything, I do not recommend you to get this weapon. This weapon is not enough for him. For sure. Make sure to give him a shield weapon when you get him actually higher there. Now, do I think... I'm not even going to say it. It's just too soon. I need to see him more in action. I need to see so much more things to actually let you know if he's a must-have, he's not a must-have. Right now, however, with what I've seen, I cannot say that this guy is a must-have. I mean, you can do everything without him, and he's slow. That's the thing that really makes me the most worried. Like, Messinket does everything. I mean, literally everything, and she's fast, so she's gonna get the mana like that, super fast. But Ignar is slow, so oh my god, he's gonna need protection, and when he goes off, he's probably gonna do a lot of damage, but that's gonna have it happen in plus freaking 5, guys. So yeah, lots of hoop, guys, lots of hoops, but let's see what happens, guys. I'll continue to investigate. I'll continue to give you more information and more footage. I need to find more footage. Oh my god, I did have footage, and when I went to record, and it didn't work, the recording. So yeah, well, I'll keep searching. I'll keep testing, guys. Don't worry. Alright, guys, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, family concerns, please leave it in the comments and we'll talk about it. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.